What's going on, beautiful people? Good to check in with you again. So for today's video, I thought it'd be really cool if I created a very simple and fun way for you guys to better be able to connect with your spirit guides by creating an exercise for you guys. I had this inspiration because it's something that I used to do with myself kind of automatically, and eventually it just translated into me connecting with other frequencies more easily. Because a lot of the time you might hear channelers or psychics or intuitives use the term just change frequencies. You change frequencies inside yourself to tune into different things, which if you don't have the direct experience of what that means, it could just sound like a concept, right? And it might even sound like fluff. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you how you could connect to your spirit guides more by showing you how to connect with first the people in your life who are already serving as spirit guides even when they're not in your presence. I'm going to tell you exactly what I mean by that. So, by the way, if you see stuff flying around, it's ladybugs. There's a lot of ladybugs in this house. So, connecting with your spirit guides. So, first of all, what are your spirit guides? I'll give a very simple and quick explanation because there's tons of info on this, but essentially your spirit guides are non-physical beings, non-physical energies who offer you guidance. And so they'll guide you through your life. They'll create certain synchronicities for you so you're at the right place at the right time. Or they'll pull you in certain directions that you don't know why you're going that way, but when you go that way, it just leads to magic and alignment, right? And they give you information, they give you wisdom. Ultimately, the purpose of your spirit guides is to help you become a better guide of yourself so that you don't need them in the same way anymore, and then you could actually up level and communicate with them in different ways and communicate more easily with the ascended masters and other beings and so on and so forth. But for this video, to keep it really simple, your spirit guides are there to guide you. So in order to connect with your spirit guides more, it would be helpful for you to learn how to shift frequencies, how to connect with different frequencies at will and with ease. So as an exercise, what I'm going to invite you to do is I want you to think of a few people in your life, maybe 3 to 5 people. It could even just be 1 or 2 if you want, but preferably more than 1 if you can, because I want you to learn different frequencies. So 3 to 5 people would be ideal. I want you to think of 3 to 5 people in your life that you feel you have a strong connection with and you appreciate their wisdom, their love, their guidance. And it doesn't necessarily have to be someone that you know personally. It could be your best friend. It could also be one of your favorite internet teachers that you just know their energy very well. It could maybe even be myself. But think of people who you have a strong energetic connection with, either in the physical or just because you know their energy very well. Once you have those people, jot them down in your mind. No need to really write them down, but you can if you want. Once you have those people, I want you to practice in your imagination asking them for different guidance. So for example, so obviously you're going to want to have something that you want to explore, a question that you would like clarity on, something you would like insight to, a different perspective basically. And so I want you to practice shifting to them and in your imagination asking them for guidance. So you might go to one friend and be like, hey, what do you think about this? What would you do? And then just notice their response in your mind, in your imagination, and notice the frequency of that response. Pay attention to the texture of that frequency. Get the response, receive it, and be like, okay. And you're going to want to take what resonates. And you're like, okay, that feels good, that makes sense. I could see that person saying that thing. And then shift to another person. Shift to someone else who you have that connection with. And you're going to ask the same question, but this time you're going to receive it from a different frequency. And same idea. You're going to shift to that person, ask the same question, same kind of question, and then notice what response you get there. And that frequency is also going to have a different texture, right? So shift to that person, play around, get your guidance, get your info. Okay, that feels good. Done. And then if you have another person, you could do it with another person, and same idea. But ultimately what you're doing is you're learning to shift frequencies. You're learning how to, at will, just shift and pick up from different frequencies, and you'll notice that they all have different textures. Now, as you do this with your friends and the people that you know in the physical, at some point you're going to get so exercised, so versed in this ability, in this skill, if you want to call it that, that then you could go, I wonder what information my lead spirit guide has for me, my lead spirit guide of the moment. And you'll notice a certain frequency open up for you. Even if you can't see them yet, even if you can't touch them yet, so to speak, you'll notice a certain frequency open up for you, and then just ask that frequency the same question and see what wisdom you get. You know, it'll be short, simple, clear, direct. Be like, that makes sense. And then, if you want to take it to the next level, you might ask a different spirit guide. Like, okay, let me get another guide's response. Notice another frequency open up and go, okay, ask the question there. See if you like the response. See if it resonates. That's what matters most. Does it resonate? All right, and so this is a practice for you to be able to very easily shift frequencies and learn how to communicate with energy, even energies that are non-physical. And then as you do this enough, eventually you'll get to the point where it'll be so easy for you to pick up on the frequencies that are present for you that you could easily become aware of oh, okay, there's a guide here, let me talk to it, let me get information, download information, so on and so forth. You know, I've often given the analogy of how it's very similar to if you're in a swimming pool, and if on the inside, you know, so imagine you're in a swimming pool and you're splashing around the water, right? And if you're splashing around the water, you can't feel the subtle currents, the subtle frequencies that are hitting your body. You could just feel a bunch of water. So the same is true as if you're in turmoil inside of you and you're in like, can't figure shit out, you know, like it's important to come into a space of stillness, much like the way you might approach a friend or whatnot, to the best of your ability. And the more you get practiced at doing this, the more you'll just become more and more aware of the subtle frequencies, the spirit frequencies that are already there for you. And eventually, as you develop, as you place more consciousness on it, you know, because they say energy goes where attention flows, the more you get used to it, the more they're going to take form, and you'll start to be able to see your spirit guides, get to know them, their personalities, their characteristics. You'll be able to explore other frequencies and different planets and different beings. But instead of going too far, like I said, the point of this exercise was really just to get you to learn how to shift frequencies very easily so that you could become more aware of the frequencies that are there for you already, so that whenever you do need guidance, you can get out of your own way and you can ask the frequency, what's up? You can ask, tell me, what's this? Okay, cool. Now let me go to the frequency of my higher self. Now let me go to the frequency of source, of God. Now let me go to the spirit guide. Now let me go to the angel. Now let me go to my best friend. All right? So hopefully this was clear for you guys. As you could tell, I'm very big on making things very practical. And if you want to learn more about this stuff, you can always check out, I have an event coming up called Opening to Channel. It's a virtual retreat, and you can find the information on that on my website, livingmagic.life. But until then, hope you found this useful. And as always, if this helped you, if this benefited you, please go ahead and share this video in your stories or wherever so that other people can benefit from this message. Because I would really love for everyone to be able to benefit from these gifts and know how to work, know how to use their multi-dimensional nature in more easy and simple ways. All right, love you guys. Peace.